You guys are good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So chat, what's up everyone?
Alright.
Go.
See us again.
Sorry, I freaking stayed home all day, so I'm like
Annoying couple. Us.
You didn't go out
We
today?
almost got our Airbnb.
yeah, or we're I don't know how many strikes we have, but
Wait, what?
dude, we're the first day. Apparently, the first 3 days we received complaint. The first 3 days that we got here, and we're on day number 6 here.
Wait, what?
What are you guys doing?
Always complaints?
Yeah, because I think the first 3 days Haremi streamed in here. I streamed in here once.
Mm.
And
We got
then
too loud.
We were
Oh, what?
I was practicing handstands against the wall. I was freaking practicing headspins. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. And we put some complaints.
Yeah, we got
Oh my
complained.
god.
How long are you guys planning to stay in that Airbnb?
Until July 26th.
End of July.
So
we're-
that's your crib for now, huh?
Oh my god.
We're pretty fucked. I hope we're okay.
Let's
I
just.
think we will be fine.
It'll be
I hope we're-
fine. You'll be fine.
Wait,
Yeah.
so I've
we'll
never
be-
stayed in like an Airbnb in Japan. How, like, are they pretty nice? Like, are there like a lot that you can?
Well, it's pretty much just like you're apart though. You got all your kitchen over there on the other side. You got your sink. The bath is
guess
pretty
our
nice,
bath-
and then you have an open space for us to do like
Handstands.
work and stuff. And that's the no. And this is like, yeah.
Enough for two people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's-
it
It
seems
looks really
spacious.
nice.
Yeah. We did go to that one Airbnb just like for like a couple of hours or so, and it was really
Was that,
nice.
yeah, for like our friend's birthday.
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
Yeah, but we've never like stayed in one.
Mhm.
That place was like they had like 6 beds. So.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Yeah,
Yeah.
this is actually 3 beds stacked on top of each other. I don't know if you guys could tell.
Like I have one. We moved 3 beds together
Yeah, we just
to save our space.
I
Yeah.
wanted to have like places where I can just like roll around and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Mhm. So let's hope that you don't get kicked out in the next couple months.
Yeah.
All right.
dude, I don't know. It's
Try to low down my dance voice here.
yeah.
I hope you won't
And then
cut it out.
I've been practicing headspins for like the past 4 months. So like this floor is really good for it. And then every once in a while, every once in a while I crash really bad. So it's like, I mean, I think the person downstairs, I met him. He's a yoga instructor. So
Oh.
I told him that we do yoga up here, and then he told me, "Oh, you do yoga?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Yeah, my buddy and we will go to the park right here. You know, we try to do yoga 3 times a week." And I was like,
Oh crap. Oh crap. No, we don't do
"I actually don't do
we don't
yoga."
do yoga very much.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, freezes and stuff like that. It's kind of in the same realm. So
You're gonna have to go to the park soon, then, huh? It's gonna be awkward as hell.
I added him online. He hasn't replied to me yet, so we don't know if
Oh.
that's.
That sounds like photo stuff. You ate a neighbor online?
Yeah, but he's a guy. That's
Okay.
It seems
Oh my
like this
God.
move was great, guys. It seems
Yeah, it,
Great.
I don't know.
Joey's getting
Because
there.
our last place is kind of like a standalone unit. Like we have our own space and we could be pretty loud and like it doesn't, you know, the neighbors doesn't really complain. But here it's like I don't know, we got
Like
person
apartments.
here, yeah, person here, person below us, person above us. So like, you know, I don't know if it's
But the previous one is that smaller.
the previous one was
Okay.
way smaller. It was actually kind of crazy how we lived in there for 3 months. It's with 3 stories, but it's small.
Super small, like Lego house. I
Like-
actually do a review for the house on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
really?
Is
does-
that the one we saw?
Wait, is that the one that had the loft? Like you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It looked so cool, but yeah, it looked very small.
The Lego house.
Yeah, even me, I can touch the
Like I can
Or-
touch my fingertip and my feet against from wall to wall. Pretty much.
super like narrow.
Holy shit, it's so tiny.
Definitely not a 2-person place, but that's good.
Yes, then
We made it work though.
Yeah.
We made it work.
because we are like small,
Yeah.
small size
Same here.
couple.
Yeah. We don't need much space
Really?
either. Yeah. So we always kind of start off this Feels Cozy with the same question, and we kind of like go from there. And so, Blue, you want to ask the first? Yeah.
So our first question is, so what got you two both started in content creation?
Well, yeah, pretty different, right? The story.
Very different.
Yeah, this start with
I guess
yours.
I'll do it too long didn't read. I have this like very weird thought that I always want to be famous, but I don't really know like what route I wanted to take. And I started vlogging back in 2005 when YouTube first came out. And I look up to like Megahiga, Kerchamba. I don't know if you guys know any of them. Timothy De La Ghetto.
On YouTube.
Nigahiga, yeah, no.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. They're like the first generation YouTuber,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
ones that are really putting like Asian Americans on the map. So I look up to them and try to do like similar things, but nothing ever really popped for me. Like, you know, I try to create like, let's call it viral content on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, you name it. And I think nothing ever really popped. After I graduated college, quit my
Too long didn't read.
yeah, I know. I got a job and I quit.
Yeah.
I ended up traveling the world trying to figure out what I want to do.
Mhm.
I still couldn't figure it out, but a friend of mine worked for Twitch and he wanted me to start streaming. And he's been asking me for many years. So I kind of just like, okay, so I guess this IRL thing sounds cool. So let's just give it a shot. And ever since then, I just became a full-time streamer.
There you go.
Yes.
How about you, Haremi?
For me, it's like a really weird story. So I'm the totally Taiwanese. I'm born and raised in Taiwan, right? So I didn't speak much English before I met him. So in that time, I was an editor for magazine, Elle magazine, and I also do some in Taiwan. So I also do some commercials and travel show hosts in Taiwan too. And after I met him, and he started to show me the live stream world, this industry is so different to me. Then after that, he think maybe I have a talent to do this by my own. Just don't work for company, maybe work for myself. Then we decide to quit my job and start my own journey.
I pretty much tell her, fuck the corporate America. Pretty much.
Yeah, I just decided to quit my job and end the agency in Taiwan and do my own YouTube channel and Twitch channel.
But the thing is, like, before she started streaming at YouTube, like, if you were to visit Taiwan, you can see her on like train stations, like on the TV, every single station, like in Taipei City. So it's like downtown. You can see her when you take taxi. You can see her commercials. She's been on websites, and it's a lot of like, you know, places that you can see her. And I've always thought that she has a character in front of the camera, and then she could still be doing what she's doing
Before
for the company. And I think I'm confident to kind of like, especially here in Asia, like living expense is kind of affordable. If we live in Taiwan, then we have a place that, because my family, like the house that I was born and raised in, that's where we live when we're in Taiwan. So it kind of saved us both rent. So with what's going on with Twitch right now, I was like, Haremi, let me support you 100%. And I want to see you kind of see what you can do in this world of both YouTube and Twitch, kind of like juggle it around and just, instead of creating content for a company, you're creating content for yourself, and you're creating yourself in this world.
That's because my previous agency. Yeah, so we try to do that by my own.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar with Blue, because Blue was also in the fashion industry before she came to Twitch.
So I used to work for like a company that did a lot of like international, like they would bring international brands to Japan, and so I would be kind of the middleman there. And I used to do like a little bit of modeling and stuff like that, but fashion industry in Japan was a little tough, and then I ended up quitting, and then he kind of told me like, hey, you should just try streaming, because you know what it's like to be in front of a camera, kind of thing. Like, want him to try, see what you can make for yourself. I'll support you, kind of thing. Yeah, very similar, I think.
Very similar. It's a new journey for us. It's like super new. I just started streaming like recently. I mean, no.
Her consistency. This is the most consistent she's been
Yeah.
in streaming.
When I was working, I just rarely stream, but now
Mhm.
I keep streaming like every day. So I will try.
And you make like YouTube videos too. Like, what do you think is like? Is there one that you like better doing? Like just having that live audience, having not having to worry about editing and stuff. Is there one that you prefer, or is it just all like a clean split in the middle? Just completely different things.
I actually don't like to edit video, be honest, because you need to take a lot of time to put everything I footage.
I feel
And do a live is more easier for me because I just put a live button, then I finish today's work.
Yeah.
But I think for Taiwanese audience is like not much Taiwanese watch Twitch. I guess it's not that much.
It's like if they know of you as, I don't know, it's kind of like those things where it's like you.
I think it's like for Taiwanese audience, they think live streamer is all have a titties. That's their imagination for live streamer. So for Taiwanese people, when they watch live stream, they will think you are just a titty streamers. They don't watch like outdoor IRL that much.
Yeah.
I see.
So if we want to have a Taiwanese audience, we need to do YouTube channel too.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do like both. But I actually had edit video.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
It takes
you gotta
so
get the
long,
grind
right?
on, yeah. It's
Take
hard.
a lot of time.
We
He always was like, Haremi, where's your YouTube video?
It's getting better. It's getting better. She's like she thinks I'm not watching when I'm on my phone, like on our old place. Like on our old place, like I would be on my phone doing my thing, but I would kind of look at her what she's doing when she's editing videos. She's like doing her own research, figure out new things too.
Free shit.
Yeah. Download free shit, right?
No need to pay though.
So it's I think yeah, it is kind of it is kind of annoying to edit videos. Like I came from that background of like editing my own shit and not seeing the results. But I tell her, just kind of hang in there, right?
Keep doing.
Because her old job, she has videographers, she got makeup artists, she has editor for her. So she produced the content and the content is produced for her, right? As for now, she doesn't have a cameraman. I mean, if she does, then that would be me. But I'm always outdoor streaming, right? So it's kind of like, she'll spend, let's say, 9 hours creating a video, and then she doesn't get the results that she had before on, let's say, L Magazine or her other her old So it's kind of tough to kind of like say, hey, the transition from having somebody doing everything for you versus now you're
and they have the best fans already. So now I'm the new channel for me.
Starting from zero.
Right.
So everything like when the viewership is low, I will feel like I put a lot of time there.
The results aren't showing. Yeah.
I feel sad.
But I feel like you
But
guys.
now I'm getting better. I'm trying. I'm adjust mindset. I think I'm getting better.
I feel like you guys are like collectively. You guys have an audience now that's like definitely growing. It's definitely big, and like what's really interesting. It's like, what to me is that your content, like for us, we couple stream, but a lot of the time it's like.
Really quick.
Oh yeah.
Our internet.
Are we good?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. I think the video froze.
And the video froze.
Yo, my bad. Honestly, I was stealing neighbor's Wi-Fi. I literally guessed their password, and it worked.
Oh my god.
Just for fun, and then now I've switched back to our personal.
Okay.
Hacker man.
Are we good? Are we good? Hacker man, Joey.
Sorry, earlier we didn't hear what you guys say.
Yeah, we didn't hear what you guys say. My bad.
Yeah, no. So you guys definitely have a collective audience, and the difference between we're both on the same channel, and you guys definitely do stuff together separately too. But the biggest difference is that you guys are mainly like an IRL channel, right? Which means your private life and the private life and the public life is, where do you guys draw that line? Or do you guys just have this kind of this IRL mindset that molds your relationship now? Like how do you guys deal with that? Thank you, Haremi. I think I can answer that.
It's so I think
It's hard.
Yeah, it must be.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when I just met him, right? I am not an IRL streamer. He is a full-time IRL streamer. So for me, I have a regular job in that time. I work Monday to Friday for my editor job, and when the weekend we want to go out for date, I need to be on stream. So that's kind of new for me in that time. Like, our dating is on stream all the time. But I slowly used to it. But sometimes that like private is very hard for us to.
So pretty much our entire relationship is practically broadcasted while we go out. And the only time where we're off camera is either day off or at night. And I don't think I'm at a point where I can say like, yo, I can chill. So I'm always working. There's not like I'm always thinking, what should I do tomorrow? I'm always thinking what I can do. I'm always thinking what I can bring that's new. And I'm pretty sure all streamers feel this way. Doesn't matter how big you are. I feel like you don't feel like you're always good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
100%.
We don't have enough private time for us.
Yeah, there is not enough our time. Yeah, so for being an IRL streamer to draw that line, I don't know. It's definitely very difficult. Like we
actually kind of have some argument about these things. Like when we have argument, it's always about the timing schedule, how to do better, to balance better. Yeah, because we always on stream, and even we turn off the stream and we feel tired already, and we rarely talk to each other. Make me feel like we are not really dating. We are just dating on stream. Sometimes we'll have that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's actually really hard.
I think we definitely have that moment too. Like our first year of streaming, this is our second year of streaming, but I work a normal day job plus streaming, so I had no days off, like from just normal work and streaming, and we just had no private time. So a lot of our arguments would be about like what we need to figure out a way where we can actually have some personal time, like even if it's just a minuscule amount of time, at least something, so
yeah,
it must be very wait, were you guys friends before friends turning into a couple, or like how'd you guys meet?
Our entire mate is on stream.
We met when I was streaming outdoor IRL.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
What?
Okay.
That's so cool.
Wait.
So I was playing a game where a friend of mine happened to donate me 1,000 bits. So he goes, just buy somebody a boba to kind of pass down the gratitude, right? Kind of pay it forward.
Yeah.
And I was streaming at the time, and I was playing a game where it's like find a random girl to grab boba with you. And I've never used Twitch chat as a wingman type of thing. Like I've never flexed like that and trying to hit on a girl. So I got pretty damn nervous when I was like trying to find a person, trying to talk to people. I actually didn't even talk to anyone of like I think 30 minutes in or something like that. And then I saw her walking out. She was wearing a very bright hat that day, very yellow hat. And then I saw her walking out of the station. I remember vividly. I was telling chat, I was like, "Yo, man, don't worry, guys. Like I may look like a bitch right now, but I'm the type of guy that's like one shot, one kill." And then so she was
Very
the first
alpha.
person that I asked.
Oh, that's so cute.
Wow.
And yeah,
You
and
never say the keywords. What love?
she was pretty much love on first sight.
Why pretty
Hey.
But the thing is, the sad part. Here's the sad part.
much? Okay. I'm listening.
She was waiting for another guy at the time.
So you.
Well, I don't care how much she shits on me of being a fuckboy. Girl, I took you on a first date. When we met, I paid for your dinner. I paid for your boba, and girl, I swear to God, I paid for your Haagen-Dazs in Taiwan. And that shit is expensive.
Haagen-Dazs is expensive.
So because she got flaked.
So actually, in that time, I'm waiting for a guy. I was seeing a guy, and that guy is like, I don't know. We have dinner in that time, but he say he suddenly have something cannot come. So I was just pissed and waiting in front of Zara store.
This is so fucked up
And
now to
Joey
think about it. No, I'm saying like this is so fucked up because there is like a thing where Haremi constantly calls me a fuckboy on stream. And now to think about it, now actually literally a click now, she is the fuck girl.
No.
Oh, the tables have turned.
I have never I have never used Twitch chat to flex. I have never tried to this girl flick on me. Alright, I'll go with this. Oh my god.
No, but like eventually I choose you.
Mm-hmm.
But after that day, after I had dinner with Joey, like entire date on stream, right?
She still don't give a fuck.
No. I went to the movie night with that guy.
After I drop her off on stream.
Yeah.
She had the audacity after Haagen-Dazs. After dinner, after a boba, she had the audacity to go to the movies with that guy.
She wasn't
Original.
sure yet. She wasn't
That's
sure.
original for me now. I cannot blink.
But I guess like you guys said, the table has turned.
But
So it's cool.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
turned
met.
out for the best, right? You with
Yeah.
Joey now. And now you can live your private life in public now. So
Yeah, that's kind of a thing for her too.
Yeah, that's new life.
yeah, new life.
But in that time, I really think Joey is a fuckboy, so I didn't reply too much message from him. He DM me a lot in that time.
So fucked up.
I like really reply him
So fucked up.
because he's from America, you know. So I think like those guys from America may be a fuckboy.
I see. Okay. So that was also kind of like this image you had, and you're like, maybe this is like a normal thing in the culture. You don't know, and kind of playing along with it. I see.
Mhm.
Reaching out to be a
So
great guy.
I'm afraid he just want to play with me. I didn't reply too much message until when?
Until a weekend, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I
think it's until because I didn't go to your birthday party and I feel bad. Then I ask you out again and I realize you are not like a fuckboy.
There you go.
Kind of fuckboy only, not like super.
I don't think I was ever a fuckboy with anything in my life, to be honest.
It just came off that way, I guess. That
Yeah.
just given the situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we start to like knowing each other more, then start to dating.
Mm-hmm. That's
Makes
it.
sense.
That's it.
I did not expect that. Someone in chat was like, asked them how they met each other. So I was wondering, like, if there definitely was a crazy story behind that. That's
It's
super
pretty
cool.
cool story actually.
Yeah,
Kind of like drama or something.
So like,
not staged at all.
not staged at all.
Not pay actress.
See, so right now, right, you guys in Japan, we're all in Japan here, but with the whole Corona thing, everyone's staying inside, and yet a lot of the content, you know, that Joey you put out is you go outside, and I'm sure you do your research, make sure you're not doing something stupid, like, you know, to disturb anybody or cause any problems, got your mask on and everything. But how did your content change? Did you see like a surge in people trying to check? Because it's something you're not going to see a lot of outdoor IRL streamers right now. So did you see like a spike in viewership? Like how do you pick your places? Like how's the whole thing going as an outdoor IRL?
I've always been a huge urban explorer guy. Like kind of like I love looking at abandoned things and abandoned places. Like I feel like that's just really cool artifacts that people are probably just never gonna dug up, and if anything they're just gonna demolish the place or whatever. I've always just like exploring, adventuring. So in terms of like content wise, I guess a lot of them it's just me walking and aimlessly and looking at Google Maps. I look at maps in a satellite view, so it's like very confusing, but to me it helps a lot. Narrow down through different neighborhoods in Japan, and then every once in a while we'll find, you know, cool cars or cool things or interesting things, and it kind of just revolves around that. You know, there's not much that we can do when all the stores are closed. But I would say exploring, I try to go to the countryside because I think there's so much cool shit that's like hidden in the forest. Actually, I have this thing that's I don't know if you guys could see, but
Oh, yeah.
that's an abandoned Inari style shrine. That's kind of about 2 hours away from me that I'm planning to visit.
Oh.
So it's kind of like
Yeah.
yeah,
brain is full stream right now.
yeah, and I bike every once in a while.
Okay.
Like, so I think biking kind of speeds up the pace of walking very slow. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the thing that's changed. But when everything was open, obviously I can go play video games. I can go play crane games. I can look at some stores. I can go to different restaurants.
Yeah.
But now like those are pretty much limited.
Now it's definitely harder.
It's a lot harder.
It must
because
be.
Well, a lot of people think why we still go out or in this time, right?
Yeah,
Is
there,
it-
there's also like before I plan to go out, also a lot of like I would say internal struggles because like there are part of me that's like, hey, you should be staying home, right? And then part of me is like, damn, like this is like our livelihood, and we need to pay for a wedding next year, or you know, there's like so much that I'm struggling. So what I came out with is pretty much, you know, stay informed, try not to touch anything. If we were to take the train, stand in the corner 6 feet apart, everybody, try not to talk to anyone, because like, you know, IRL streaming, we also talk to a lot I people, right?
That's
We
true,
talk to-
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we get that engagement from people from all around the world, and I try not to talk to people.
Yeah, some change is
Yeah.
definitely happened on the stream.
Yeah.
Mask up all the time, you know.
And wash hands all the time, right?
I
Yeah.
have been washing a lot of hands, and even coming home too. Like I head straight to shower. All the clothes that I wear out, I take them straight to the washer and I take a shower first. Like I can't sit on the bed, or I can't like sit on the ground with my pants on and things like that. You know what I mean?
To be more
Have to
careful
be.
about it.
Yeah. Haremi, do you do like outdoor IRLs too? Like recently, or is that also a common thing you do?
Recently, I will just bring Chad to have dinner with me and we come back because I don't, my immune system actually is lower than Joey's, so I feel like I'm easier to get sick. So I don't want to go too far in this time, so I always just go out to buy groceries and eat lunch, and we
Yeah.
come back, go at home, and we do some dance stream, or we just chatting or play some games like this.
That's really good. Speaking of games, I heard Haremi that you got a Sekiro challenge coming up. Is that
Okay, so I am a really, really bad gamer. I cannot call myself a gamer. I just
Okay,
don't know.
let's just say
uh-huh.
that her total lifetime of holding a gaming controller is less than 1 hour.
I guess.
So when
Okay.
she took the challenge with Sekiro, I was like, pay last. She doesn't know.
But you know, he said if I can beat Sekiro in 1 week,
Mhm.
like no matter what,
I'll pay for her entire teeth whitening, and that's probably gonna be like 10 grand.
it's very expensive. So I'm like,
boy.
hell yeah, I definitely.
You can do it. You
Hell
can do
yeah.
it. I'm rooting for you.
you got to get into that Sekiro dojo.
Sekiro.
I also said, I'm pretty sure you know Jake and Bake Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if he beats Sekiro within 24 hours, I'll give him 100 subs.
24 hours.
He keeps shitting on me for being a bad gamer, and I was like, you're the one that hasn't even beat Sekiro yet, so let's do it, dude.
I don't think Sekiro is that hard. You just describe it too hard.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. So you're saying Joey just makes it look hard, but it's actually an easy game.
It's
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
It's actually easy. He played too long. He just have a like low level.
Oh hell no!
my
I
God.
can't believe he just said that.
Joe's getting
I can't-
so good at the end. Like at first he was like kind of struggling with the controls and stuff like that, right? Which everyone
we
does.
all do, yeah.
Yeah, we all do. But at the end, dude, it was like that first 18-hour stream. I thought you were gonna die on stream.
Well, it was definitely a new record, though. I'm not gonna lie. Holy crap!
Because we went to sleep, woke up, and you were still going, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
It's a. I would say it's a. God damn, I love that game.
That game is
Oh,
amazing,
second.
dude. So Haremi, you're gonna have to.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Wait, you are
Wait,
the
what?
you are the flaming samurai.
I'm not the playing samurai, but I got this from Jake.
He's just Sakiro. He's not Sekiro.
Hey, yo, that flaming pullout was crazy, huh?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was sick. But we only got to see like 3 seconds of it.
know.
Yeah.
I got blue balled hard. I was getting ready for some like crazy like sword arts or something like that. Definitely didn't get that though. So you're gonna.
Nah, he kind of just put it back in, so you guys didn't really miss much.
That's good.
Oh.
That's good to hear. So we have the challenge, but now that there's a lot of content that you could do inside the house, are you guys thinking of doing any more kind of desktop gaming streams, like maybe together, or just like a normal non-challenge?
So Haremi wants to play Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And-
one of my favorite games. I only love the game.
And I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I was supposed to do an indoor stream today, kind of.
Just chilling.
Yeah, but I'm running on Mac, so
Yeah,
That's-
I'm running on Mac too.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the tricky part, and also like I don't know. I don't want to get evicted. You know.
Oh, that's right.
We're
That's
not-
right.
Yeah, we're not getting our money back if we get evicted. You know, like
That's true.
yeah. So like I'm kind of just like, fuck. Like what are we gonna do? You know.
We if you can get, this is like super scuffed, but you can get eggs. You can buy eggs at the supermarket. If you use the packaging and put up on the walls, that's like super scuffed, but that's soundproof.
Apparently
You
it's
can-
soundproof.
You can
too,
soundproof the walls.
Now I know exactly what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but imagine just imagine how much eggs.
Yeah. You guys have to have so much eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
All right, guys, get that Donegal for Joey and Haremi. Get all the
You get a
eggs.
bunch of eggs.
That could be a stream on its own, just getting a ton of eggs and just putting it up.
We finally got eggs today, actually.
I
There
buy.
you go. There you go. Just put
There's
it right
one.
there.
There's one for your wall.
So we all gotta
Yeah.
start. We all gotta start somewhere. But
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's right. There's a sound thing, huh? Like-
Yeah, I scream a lot, and
Yeah.
even when I try, like I don't know what the fuck I'll do if somebody just like sub bomb or donor bomb. What am I gonna say? Like, oh hey, thank you so much for the 2,000. Like I'm not gonna just.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
yeah.
be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sometimes when I scream, I feel like I'm too loud, really too loud for the neighbors. Too hype.
We're gonna get evicted. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That'd be super cool if we got to see like gaming streams and stuff like that. Because it's like we don't get this. We know some people, but it's pretty rare to see a couple gaming stream.
I mean, it's hard to see. It's pretty rare to see a couple streamers in general who like do content together. I think.
yeah.
So
So
I think it's
Yeah.
still very
For
rare.
gaming especially, I don't know much. For IRL streaming, I think there was 2 couples, EXPC and Awkward Travel.
Yeah.
But they don't have separate channels like us.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh yeah, it's one channel.
But I think it's cool that she gets to build her own kind of community as well, like
Mhm.
without solely rely on like, oh yeah, Joey, can you like hop on my stream and help me out and stuff like that. She handles her own like pretty well, you know.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it?
Sometimes. But yeah, I kind of want her to also kind of build her own community, learning curve, and things like that. Like we as streamers that get to learn throughout the years, and I think that's really good that she's streaming a lot more consistently.
Yes.
It's definitely a good idea, but it's definitely a tougher idea. I think it really requires for Haremi to really just go for it, because there is going to be that drastic change from going like a very distinct and like well-known company going solo and not even using in a way the community Joey has made, like completely like leeching off that either, going making your own thing.
I'm the vampire, big leecher.
Yeah, I think it's super respectful that it's 2 separate channels.
Yeah.
Yo, Joy's viewers imagine. Bye now.
Just like how Joey yoinked you from that guy. It's payback.
That's
Exactly.
fair. Right now. That's fair.
Fair.
That's fair.
But
But
there
this
was-
makes
oh, yeah.
awesome.
So
Alright.
I watch your streams, right? And it's like I lived in Japan my whole life. I'm Japanese, and there's always like that downside of living in Tokyo, living in Japan. But you know how to make it look exciting wherever you go. Like it could be like nowhere, it could be like Shibuya, but you somehow can make it very interesting with and kind of a positive attitude. So my question is, what's your both of you guys, least favorite thing about Japan?
Wow. Let me think. I actually really love Japanese culture. That's why I learned Japanese and I have a Japanese name. So let's what things you go first. Let me think. I think I get one.
Okay. What is it?
So I feel like cannot talk cell phone on the train is like kind of, to me it's weird because I always speak cell phone on train in Taiwan, but I will keep my voice down though. In Japan too, I will keep my voice down, but even if you keep your voice down, the Japanese people still will think you are disrespectful to talk cell phone on the train. That's kind of one.
I don't know.
of the
It's
things.
hard for me to find bad things about different countries because, like, to me, I just kind of accept the country as is.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, for example, I'm in their territory, therefore I shall obey or
Yeah.
respect.
Yep.
But if I really need to find one, I would say like kind of there are a population, right, that really just dislike foreigners. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, is it? I rarely make that's
Like
why.
and it's just because we go out and stream so much, and every once in a while we'll just catch shades from these people, and kind of just like, oh, okay, that's cool, move on, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, people, there is also like the culture of like keeping to themselves, and if they see out the norm, kind of like the needles that sticks out gets hammered down type of thing, right? So most of the time, like let's say for example, you see me with a backpack, blinking lights, big like wires sticking out and shit, selfie stick, you're gonna be like, this guy's fucking weird, we don't fuck with him, right? So that's kind of like the thing, the only thing that I could really
I
think.
think maybe for girl and for boy, for men,
They're different.
They're different.
Oh,
when
I
I
see.
when I holding my tripod and go out, it's a lot of Japanese oji-san will be really interesting on the camera. Let's say, come to me, so friendly, and they were talking to me like all the time. So I actually really enjoy to go out and live stream in Japan. They are always friendly to me. So maybe it's very different for the gender.
Different, yeah. And I know that was a hard question because I can tell when I watch your guys stream that you guys really do enjoy Japan, and it's very respectful, and that's why I, instead of asking what your favorite thing was, I wanted to ask what your least favorite thing was. And it's like definitely a personal thing. It's not I knew it wasn't going to be like, like Japan's bad because of this or anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their personal thing.
It's just like the little things that bug you, like there's no public trash cans anymore.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's completely fine. I think that's pretty dope actually. It's just so keeping the place so clean,
That's super cool.
Yeah, I think the just kind of like the general saying of needles that sticks out gets hammered down mentality. But also if you look at the opposite side of artists, dancers, musicians, DJs in Japan, like they are on some next level crazy shit, So like Japan has this like 0 to 100 real quick, or keeping them super just like obeying the rules. So it's completely off in the spectrum. It's very rare to kind of find like in between, right? So for example, if you look at their salary men, they don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to go to work and they get off work, fucking they hit the demon switch and just fucking beer, dude, beer, and then Shibuya meltdown happens, right?
Yeah.
Like it's really interesting to see how they still focus on work and making a living for themselves, and then they release all that stress upon just like post-work activities, So it's like really interesting to see both sides in a person or in like a population.
I really love Japan though, like in general like, and I actually dated a Japanese guy before.
Mhm.
Oh, there you go.
Until you
My ex-boyfriend is a Japanese.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually like I don't have Japanese culture.
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like,
We
it's,
love it.
yeah, I think like some people that visit maybe for like a week, it's always like, yeah, Japan's really cool. And then you get to that one point where like you live here for about a month and then it splits where someone goes, I can't do this anymore. It's just not
A
for
lot
me.
of like culture shock
Yeah.
sinks in too, I think. And some people deal with it really, really well, and some people just really can't. And they end
Yeah,
up like back home kind of thing. Yeah.
Like, I'm in the Tokyo Reddit forum, and every once in a while they just have people that just like, yo man, I'm at work and I'm dealing with this, like, I'm pretty sure I'm being discriminated against and stuff like that. But I don't really know how the working class deals with, I guess, foreigners, right? I don't really know that type of struggle, but those type of posts do come up pretty frequent. So it's like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people don't talk about in Japan, right? Like the mass industry of pornography, the let's say the adult entertainment industry, right? The suicide rate and stuff like that. A lot of things that aren't being talked about as well. But I think in general out here, we kind of just, hope for the best and plan for the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I definitely, living here, I've had like foreign friends kind of like go through that, and luckily my company doesn't have anything against that. They're always wanting more because it's like a web company, so web designing company, so they want more foreigners, if anything, to just for more influence and stuff. So thankfully I don't have anything like that, and like my Japanese is a little wonky compared to somebody that just kind of lived here their whole life, so nothing like that. But you're right, like I definitely do hear like that unspoken that discrimination, and Japan is still, I think, developing in that sense of like just how they're seen in like a social situation, accepting different kinds of people and stuff like that. So it's definitely not
Japan's still stuck in its old ways in certain ways. Like I think some of it's great because it does retain, like it has like everyone's in that mentality where they want to keep like old traditions, and I think that's a really cool thing. But yeah, there are some like negatives that I think are attached with the whole like you can't get over the past, or maybe you want to stick to tradition too much to the point where they don't want to really, I guess, westernize in a way and accept like new things.
Yeah.
It's always like pros and cons.
I'm all for tradition. I especially after I'm gonna talk about Sekiro again. After playing Sekiro, I was dying to come back. Like I literally that game made me just appreciate culture, the Japanese culture so much more. Like I was super like excited to finally go to Kyoto again and just to see the castles. I think literally within a week we saw 7 castles together.
Oh
like.
my God.
Yeah, we were hunting castles for a fucking week, dude. Like
we really enjoy to see those like traditional architecture.
Yeah, but I think
right? Yeah, I love
we were
Japanese
so
architecture.
burnt out. We were so burnt out though. Like within that week, it was just too much streaming, too much walking, and then but it's just I really love culture. But I think also for Japanese to respond to that also, right? Like in the past there has been a lot of foreigners that come to Japan and think that they are privileged and ended up ruining the image of foreigners, right? So let's say Logan Paul, for example, with that video that thinking about that. So it's really about, and that's why every time when we run into issues like that, I'm kind of just like, okay, it is okay. Maybe the person just had a tough experience in the past. Let's just fucking move on. But I don't like to get like, I'm not gonna get punked. I'd still like speak my mind. Like I think on this trip, we were on a train filming ourselves talking super low volume, and then the girls next to us was talking way louder, and people are talking on the phone here and there. This guy literally in front of me just went like, "Hey," and then he tapped my camera and in my camera in the back, it's very sensitive because the wires are like sticking out. He tapped my camera and he goes like, he said something, and I was like, "Don't touch my shit, dude! Don't touch my fucking shit!
That's
like, don't touch my camera!" And I
Yeah.
looked at him. I was like, "That's cool, man, but don't touch my camera." And I got up and I dipped. You know, and it was just like, out of everyone around me that's kind of talking and on their phone, like, you pick on me.
Yeah.
So I do still express my frustration, but I still gotta deal with it. You know what I mean?
Of course, and I feel like the selfie stick and just kind of it's a very modern look, and it's an easy target, I guess, for those kind of people. Like, there's no logic there, and I'm sure it happens not like all over the world too. Like, it's just the easy, like, this is annoying, but I'm not gonna look at the logic. That's the easy target. I'm sure if I do this, a lot of people would agree with me. Go,
Like,
kind
yeah,
of thing. And
they have their phones out. It must be them, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it's very stupid. Yeah, so I do agree with that, and it has nothing to do with respect. It's just that guy's an asshole. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's not part. That's not Japanese culture or anything, too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just an asshole. Yeah.
Every country have those kind of person,
Fat apple.
people. Yeah. Every, it's not. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I 100%
Yeah.
understand that. So there's people out, like, we get kind of influenced by other content creators, right? When we start, maybe you see, like Joey said, you saw the YouTubers, and we definitely have that too. But if somebody wants to get started in content creation, what would you recommend someone, something that they how about both? Something they should do and something they shouldn't do. Something they should watch out for. And I want to ask this, like, separately to both of you guys, because I think you guys might have a different input. But is there? Yeah.
For me, I would straight up just say just start and stay consistent for a month or 2 months and not give up, because you never know kind of whether or not you like this or appreciate this or not, right? You always got to give it a try. But since you said content creation, that's why I say give it like 1 to 2 months, right? Say, for example, if you want to be a TikToker, a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, you still gotta have that time of like, yo, I'm gonna give myself this amount of time to learn about it. If I like it, if I don't like it, then let's move on. Especially for streaming, because streaming is so new, right? You're learning about yourself. You're talking to chat. You're trying to be entertained, but you're never gonna know. You can ask a million suggestions, but until you hit that like button, you're never gonna know like what you needed to work on, what you like or don't like about it.
Yeah.
Well, I would say honestly, like the things to do is to stay consistent. Give yourself a timeline to stay consistent and constantly push out content, and ask for things that you shouldn't do. And I would say is just to give up, or to think that everything is tough, especially in our market, in our I guess in our industry now. Technology is constantly improving, right? You're gonna have so much competitors, so like never doubt yourself and just keep working hard, especially in the beginning stage. You always gotta push yourself, right? Never give up. And that's literally as easy and as cliche I could put it. Just put in the work, and eventually like consistency is gonna show you the progress. Yeah.
Just keep going.
I think obviously it's like he pretty much said most of the things I want to say. But I want to add one thing. It's like it's not all the people have it's very lucky they have enough saving or they have enough money to do a full-time content creator, even they really want to do. So if I just want to say, if you are not have enough money to do that, you don't have enough saving like me, and you didn't meet a fiance can support you this, then that's okay. You still can do a content creator. You just maybe you do your regular work in the same time, then you try to spend some time to do the things you want to do, and you just keep doing this and don't give up. I feel like it's even like I think my Instagram or something is not grow up so soon recently because no one want to follow Instagram right now. So to us, we just don't give up. We try to find different platforms to blow up, like to try to blow up us.
Yeah, like
more.
For example, she was stuck on, like the Instagram growth wasn't just going, and she found streetwear Reddit and she started posting on it, and every time
That was good.
she's getting like 3 freaking posts that has over 8,000 upvotes. I'm like, bro,
Oh my
you
goodness.
crazy.
Damn.
So like every time when I post on streetwear, they will gain some followers
like
on my
100 plus.
on my Instagram.
Wow.
So
So
it's like holy shit.
we are always trying to find a different way to grow up.
Yeah, because
Oh.
Just don't give up.
yeah, because the thing is like I feel like every content creator is always waiting for that one aha moment, and when that hits, then that's gonna just be their thing, you know. I know a few content creators that kind of blew up over one post. I'm pretty sure you guys see a girl recently, Nico or something like that. She's like Hispanic. You always see her shit pop up on Twitter. She blew the fuck up over one TikTok video on all social media platforms, right? That's one example. Another guy named Omni Boy. I'm pretty sure nobody really knows who he is
Omniboy.
here, but Omni Boy, he's an African American keyboardist, and he did a dope ass remix of a song.
I'm looking at Chester.
Oh, he did a dope ass remix of one of Migos' track, and it was just so funky, so jazz, and it blew up on Twitter. And literally 2 months later, he came to my city and headlined a show. I'm like, holy shit! Bedroom producer headlining a show in San Francisco. You know, so it's always we're waiting for that one aha moment and ride the wave. So like once you hit that viral kind of peak, you just gotta figure it out and how to like survive and ride that.
Like if you prepare yourself right, then the moment will come.
When the moment comes, then
It's come.
you're fucking ready.
Yeah,
you know.
So
Yeah.
always just ready.
So I think that's
We always tend to think like if someone just pops out of nowhere and they just skyrocket, that was their first try. But that's not their first try. It's a buildup of stuff. And I think
there's a. Well, I guess for me, I watch IRL so much, and I watch so many people grow. Like for example, you look at Jake, right? I think he immediately just he's figured it out. He's a good-looking white male, knows Chinese, moved to Japan to learn Japanese. IRL, blue eyes, and he kind of just like nailed that market, right? And he just kind of thrived off of that. And then a friend of mine, Rob, recently, he's been featured on Livestream Fail, and after Jake leaving Japan, they kind of memed, I'm taking over the throne. So he's been really killing it. He's been just going up, right? Every time he streams, like over 1,000. But he also grinded for many years. He was 20, 30 viewer Andy when I first met him. You know what I mean? So, and there's also other streamers as well. There's a streamer named Hachobi. She's from Korea, right? She got discovered on Livestream Fail and just boom, blew up.
Huge then.
Yeah, so it's like it's always kind of you know Hugh Sama too, right?
Yeah. I mean, we don't know him personally, but we do
Okay.
know him.
So, like he got his fame from farting from the camera, and then ever since then, Livestream Fail discovered him, and he kind of just really just went from 50 people. And it's always just that one moment, that one aha moment, and you have to prepare yourself for it and just kind of cruise. And I've seen many streamers kind of hit that, and and I think like for the people that hasn't hit that yet, they're just kind of in that discovery mode. It's just Joey currently in chat. Husama is his favorite streamer.
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah.
Hey yo. So there's someone in chat. We got regular in chat was asking a really
good
cool question. Have you guys ever encountered burnout? And if so, how do you guys deal with it?
Yep.
Yep.
I just want to eat chocolate chip cookie, stay at home, and do nothing.
Yeah, me too. I just want like Netflix and like a lot of fun junk food.
Yeah, I was like 2 days ago. I felt I didn't stream. I streamed yesterday. 2 days ago, I feel absolute shit. Fuck yeah! When burnout happens, that's the worst. Because it affects my mood. It like my mods know. I get my man period once a month, and I start freaking out.
I thought it's every day. Sorry. I know it's every day.
But I start getting like period, and I start breaking out in mods chat on Discord, and I'll be like, oh my god, guys, I swear to God, I think I'm dying. I think this channel's dying. What am I doing? Like,
I swear to God, he's like always very anxious. Then I feel like, shut up, Joy.
It's fine. We're fine.
Anxious again. Anxious again.
Okay, I got my anxiety, I guess anxious, trained by my dad. You know, like my dad's he's a military background man, and growing up he's always like, save money, save money.
I
Okay?
will always tell you chill out, dude.
Yeah.
Just chill out.
I can tell you're like always, just from this like talking to you, I can already tell like you're always on. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I
Give me
can
five.
tell.
Give me five, Greg.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, like and that's what creates the drive to create
Yeah.
good content. But it definitely you got. And I don't know how to turn it off either. Like Blue always telling me is to calm the fuck
I have
down.
to force him to take breaks and to like kind of like relax, because if you're always on, you are gonna have to like face that wall of anxiety, and because it's just gonna keep building and building and building, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I would say like if let's say for example if Haremi, if I don't have, I have to worry about like, oh, you know, I got some significant other, and if I don't have that pause button, then I'm probably would even make more YouTube videos on my days off. Like I would try to be a vlogger and a live streamer at the same time. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
And even till now, like I want to be better at DJing. I want to be better at breaking. But these are the things that these are the things that will take time, right? Sacrifice time to build. So it's kind of like I'm always in a race with time versus the things that I want to do in my life.
I just think he's not chill at all.
He's not chill at all. Yes.
I don't know how to relax. I don't know how to relax.
Same. Fucking same,
Yeah,
man.
neither. Yeah.
Fucking same. So how do you guys get out of that when you guys are in that kind of mode? It seems like Haremi knows how to kind of deal with that more, and so I guess it's more
Yeah, you
towards
just
Joey.
like take
but
a day
like,
off, and
how
like
do
do you
you-
have like a ritual, not
how do you
ritual,
bang
but
it
like
out?
a routine that you do, or
If I feel burnout, I will just take a day off and I will just talk to my friends. And after I cry, I will feel reset. Then I
oh,
will
okay.
feel start again. And yeah, take some good food. But Joey just don't know how to chill. So
Alright,
that's why I always paced. Like, Joey, please calm the fuck down.
All right, Joey. Next time, call me on Discord and let's cry together when that happens, and let's let it
That's
out.
good.
Yeah,
That's
and then
good. We're
and
friends on Discord now, so
Yeah.
we can.
so just let's just cry it out.
cry together.
Yeah, let's.
It does. I mean, it does help. It's really
Yeah, cry is
Nice.
really helpful. Actually.
It's so hard to just turn it off, you know, like because we've tried to just take a day off, and then the whole time I'm thinking, God,
what can we do? To
what
make
am
it
I
better?
doing right now? I'm wasting time right now, and I just I don't know
Well,
what
what-
it is.
What's even crazy is that when we go on, let's say for example, her and I, we go on a vacation. Let's say for example, we go to Kyoto, and I would be like, hey, we're gonna have one day off in Kyoto where it's just us, and we're not gonna stream.
Mhm.
And then when that day happens, everything that we do that day, I'm like, holy fuck, this could be content. I could be streaming this. Right?
Yeah.
We go to America, we take a day off, we go to San Francisco, and I'm like, fuck, this is a $40 meal hamburger that I'm spending.
So you know what? He just don't want to spend good meal off stream.
I very,
You can't
very-
justify it if he's not streaming it.
Oh my God.
Wait, it's there are times where we spend money off stream where it's
Like
not
a
like
rally.
we deserve a better meal.
Yeah.
Rarely though. Like it's
But he will always think like, oh my god, we shouldn't take day off. This is content. Haremi, we shouldn't take day off. This is content.
We
But
shouldn't
we-
eat today. I mean, we can't eat today. We're not filming right now.
Anxious again. Anxious again.
But no, we totally understand. that,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when we buy
I can't.
games,
Yeah, I can't justify getting a expensive game if I'm not gonna stream it.
we map it out and we say how
So-
many days of stream
Yeah.
do you think we can get? If this is a 1 day thing, we can probably bang it out and people will be interested, and you know it'll like kind of help the channel out. But and then sometimes we'll play games that we're not initially interested in, but we feel like we could have fun if we stream it together and with chat. So we have kind of a catalog of games that we would have never gotten if it was just us two. Like horror games being one. Like we would have never played a horror game.
I hate horror games.
But chat makes it fun and it's a fun experience. So I can totally see that. Like everything that you used to do as just normal entertainment
for like hobby or just,
it
yeah,
mixes
downtime.
in with, can this be content? I
Yeah.
totally get that.
It's like, oh, I should be streaming this. What am I doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. And what's even crazier is that sometimes even the things that we want to stream, there won't be internet service out there. That's another challenge.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Cause you carry around that crazy, like you have all the servers on you, right? And then
And then
you have that.
fucking 10 pound right there in that corner.
Yeah. And sometimes it's I see you streaming and you're having troubles with the connection and stuff, and I'm like, dude, that's so rough. Like,
That must be so stressful.
yeah.
Yeah, I would. There are times. I remember when especially when I first started IRL streaming. Every time I run into technical difficulties, I would just end stream. Like, I couldn't handle the stress.
Hmm.
And then one of my mods says, you can't just run into a wall and just give up, right? You gotta keep writing it out. So that's one of the.
You remind me?
No. That was before I met you. Before I moved to Taiwan.
I see.
But Wi-Fi weight training, yeah, but it also adds a lot of stress on my shoulder. The regular, yeah.
Yeah.
I think 2 days ago, this entire part was actually visibly swollen. Like,
Oh my God.
this part was like higher, and this part was like low. But I wasn't sure what caused it, and the only thing that I can really think about is either one, I fucked up my neck during headspin practice, which I didn't because then my neck would have hurt. But yeah, like if she was to touch this, if we were to poke here and here, they hurt. It hurt a lot. Yeah, so I think it's definitely carrying 10 pounds on your back for whatever hours a day.
Yeah.
It could be pretty whack.
Those streams are definitely long. Like, we're getting to hear this like behind the scenes stuff. It's really
Oh
cool.
yeah, it is.
Because you probably don't talk about it on stream, right? Like, you don't like, guys, like, check out my shoulder. Maybe you did. Maybe you're like,
Oh, I used to be the biggest fucking crybaby until
Until like 2 days ago, sorry. Just 2 days ago.
Until my mods tell me to shut the fuck up. It shouldn't be a stream about me complaining 24/7.
There you go.
So I learned.
He learned.
There you go. We're growing as people and streamers. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
hey, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys picked up a few things from your community.
100%.
And also, when you're streaming, you've learned a little bit about yourself, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, more than ever, dude. Like, in the last like 20 whatever years, like in the last 2 years, I learned so much about. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Kagopon in chat has a question. Do you feel that that you're viewed in a certain way as an IRL streamer due to the actions more negative, some of the like the bolded negative things that IRL streamers sometimes do? And I don't think it's like a full thing, but just like sometimes
Kind of like
live stream fails catches it.
Yeah. So
Yes, keep going.
there's a lot of there are a lot of shades when it comes to IRL streaming, because people think that IRL streaming is just shoving a camera into a random stranger's face and be like, "Hey yo, you want to say what's up to the camera? Oh man, let me double tap the screen, film that girl's booty," things like that.
Yeah.
I try to do what's kind of, I don't know. That's a good question. Holy shit.
I don't know.
Can you repeat that question again? Sorry, my ADHD is getting hell on.
Do you feel that you're viewed in a certain way as a kind of a label of IRL streamer, maybe due to some of the negative things that IRL streamers have done in the past? Same with like gaming too, but like, do you feel like there's?
Yes. I think gaming streamer and IRL streamers still have this very high wall between us. I think there is, in terms of community wise, in terms of reach, in terms of, I guess, talking to each other, especially even in the industry. People think that IRL streaming has nothing to do with Twitch, and I don't think that's true, because like I love video games, right? But they don't see it because I'm not playing a video game. You know what I mean? Like, I could easily say you can pull up the VOD of like, that's how determined I wanted to beat that fucking game.
Yeah.
That's almost impossible to beat, right? So it's like, because I'm not in front of a computer every day, then I'm no longer a valid Twitch streamer. or even just because you're IRL streaming, so you get paid traveling the world. I think that's one of the things that kind of trigger me the most is that, you know, they see the glorified life, but they don't know what's behind all the struggles. Like, I mean, we've already mentioned a handful during this podcast, right? It's that yes, yeah. We're fortunate to travel the world and get paid for it, but lately we both feel kind of empty because there is not a place where we actually call home.
No, I didn't feel empty because you are home.
You're about to say something hella corny.
You are.
I'm
Yeah,
loving
you are.
this.
Okay, so I personally, as a man, Squad W, I feel like it's always my due diligence to provide a place called home, right? And it's always great to move from Airbnb to Airbnb, hotels to hotels and stuff like that. But see, my cats, my family, all my vinyls, fucking love my vinyl connections. They're all in America. My oldest brother, my DJ setup, Haremi's family, Haremi's friends, some of my friends, and our base, we live in Taiwan, but now we're in Japan. You know, so it's like I don't know where I belong, and I don't know where I have a place where I can go home, drop all my shit, be like, fuck, I'm home. You know, I never felt that way.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
And
like
I know you're gonna say, I thought everywhere is home is where I'm at.
Yeah.
if it's with you,
Hawaii.
it's always home. That's super cute. You're like a touring artist, dude. You know those people are never at home, right? Like, and even if they do, even they have homes. They're back for like a day or two and they're on tour again. But I feel like it's kind of that idea.
Yeah. So like, and that's why Jake took a really brave leap of faith of saying, hey, let's move back to America, even though Japan and Jake, it's kind of like his brand. He said, yo, I'm gonna give this up for a better future, and that's like, fuck, I got so much respect for him to take that leap of faith. Him and Water and his best friend live at their place in LA, very close to his family. He's still streaming, not as much as IRL, but it's just like that. Yeah.
What's that? Dance? You want
The
to
home,
dance?
the home.
Okay.
The home.
No, I think that's like a big move, right?
It's a scary.
Yeah,
it's scary.
changing homes.
I think, yeah, because it's not like a definite answer. Like, you don't know if it'll go well. You don't know if it'll do bad. Like, you might regret it. You don't really know.
Yeah.
So it is like it's a giant leap of faith.
Yeah.
I just realized that we've actually been. We usually do these for about like an hour or so, but we're like already over time. I had no idea that we've already been doing this for an hour.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
dude,
we are like
crazy. There's
very like like friends, real friends. Not
Yeah.
just
once this is over, can we let's hang out in real life instead
Yeah.
of
Go get some food.
over the camera.
Yeah, if you guys are not scared of me, because my ass is out every day.
Oh, you guys live in Japan,
They're in
right?
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Oh.
Tokyo,
yeah. We live near
We're-
Shibuya.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're in
like-
Akabane.
Akabane.
before it's in Ikebukuro though.
Yeah, before we were out in Ikebukuro.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
not too bad. We have some people out there, so yeah, we should hang out. But yeah,
Mm.
dude, thank you guys so much for doing this. Arigato. Yeah.
problem.
We arigato you.
Yeah.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Hey.
Appreciate you guys for having us.
Oh,
No,
of
thanks
course,
for
of
yeah,
course.
thanks for joining us.
It all started
That was really fun.
with me emailing Joey.
Yeah.
I emailed Joe. I was like, hey.
I thought it was super dope. I was like, holy shit, this is a very proper way of reaching out. I got respect for that.
And
Yeah.
you came in the chat to say yeah, and I was like,
whoa, wait,
yeah,
what?
I had
They
no
were
idea.
streaming, and I was like, I accept your invitation.
What a Twitch way to do it, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Everybody go check out Joey's channel. !Joeyharemi. It'll be up for the rest of the stream. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Alright?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
guys.
You guys stay
Arigato.
safe, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Arigato.
Arigato. Otsukare.
お疲れ。
お疲れ様。